up recording equipment these days. So the way that I set up the recording equipment was I had this little interface. It was this big. I had like 2 inputs, so 2 microphone inputs, but you couldn't record them simultaneously, and a 1/4-inch jack. So that is a guitar cable. 1/4-inch jack looks roughly like this. You see, this is a right angle 1/4-inch jack. But you see, it's like a speaker cable. It's like the kind of thing that you'd plug into. I guess you'd call it a vintage iPhone now. But it is about twice the size. So the one that you would plug into an iPhone, that's an 1/8 of an inch. And so that's half the size. And the 1/4-inch one is the one that you plug into your guitar. It's different impedance and all that. So we'd record using that interface at Burritoville, and we'd have a great time. And so this is one of the songs. We probably did about, I want to say 6 songs. Massimo would be able to correct me on that if that's not right. But we had a blast together, and this is one of the songs. And we've always felt like this song deserved a second shot. And so here it is. So I think I'm gonna play through what it is like now. So now we've done a little bit of a mix. These things were recorded a long time ago. We've learned a lot since then, but we love the song. So I'm just, without any further ado, here you go. This is not the version of it. See, this is fine. This is I've got to go find the more recent version. So, Hearts of Shattered Glass. This is all right. 2020 new mix earlier. Previous 30 days. Let's see what we got here. Let's open this one. Because I've done a more recent mix of it, and I'm in trouble. So it's just open. Yeah, this seems like it's going to be the one. Da, 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 da. Now, this is warts and all, right? So I was thinking of the Twitch stream as it was going to be like a reality show about the band and what we're going to be doing. So this is a bit of work that I wanted to get done tonight. And so you get to be the witness to that. And so, warts and all. So now this is what it sounds like in 2020. That was the 2015.
I don't know where the lightning strikes, or when I know you're around, you know my heart is spikes. And when I see your face, your soul, sweet silhouette, your hips to swing as you walk and take a
All right, so there's the song, gang. So there are just a few things that we'd like to change. So we want to cut out a few sections. The chorus section is quite long as is. We just repeat the same thing the 3 times. So the formula essentially goes pre-chorus section, which is the head kicked around and I'm bent down to the ground. That sort of stuff. That happens before every chorus. So what we can do is perhaps keep it for the first chorus, have that pre-chorus go. But then in the first chorus, we're going to split it in half. We're going to take out the first, walk through the fields of life, our feet in the grass. That section. We're going to cut that out. Then we're just going to have hearts of shattered glass, hearts of shattered glass, hearts of shattered glass, hearts of shattered glass. Just have that repetition 4 times. Straight into the lead that leads us into the second verse. Now, what that change brings is we are sacrificing the first run through, the sort of lyrical chorus, as the producer we are working with called it, the lyrical chorus, and I do like that. We're going to sacrifice that one so that it has a little bit more impact in the second chorus. We want to keep that section to the song. But this way, we are able to have 3 different verses as it leads into the chorus. So I'm going to start with that first edit, and then I'm going to talk about what I'm doing when I do the second edit. So let's now go to the... So this is the first pre-chorus here. Right here, we're making that first change. So we want to go start the chorus here. There we go. That's what we want. We just want this part. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up to here and we're going to press Command T, which in Logic makes a little nifty cut for you. Oh, shoot. Now, because I had to just select that stuff, we just had to do a little thing over here. So these are the things I need to edit. There we go. Now, as much as it breaks my heart. Oh, yeah, hang on. I'm going to just do... Now, for all you kids out there, new to producing, even to you old cool cats like me, it's often quite good to maybe change the name before you make drastic edits and save it under this new name. Let's call it, V2 2020. And I'm going to save it somewhere a little bit more recognizable. Like, for example, my gosh darn documents. I'm going to put it right there just so that I never lose it again. Okay? Yeah, so that I keep my old stuff that I liked, but then now I have free reign. I'm not going to mess up the historical song, Hearts of Shattered Glass. That, of course, I've got tremendous affection for this song, for the wonderful memories I share with Massimo making it in Burritoville, my brother's house and my sister's house. So let's go take that away. Woo, that breaks my heart. Not really. I'm just teasing, but you know. Okay. Now we want it to start right there, my friend, right there. I'm going to put a little cut there. Delete that one right there. Now, the problem is now I've got all this stuff that comes later that I've got to line up over there, making sure I don't put it back out of time. Now, you can often do something called move to playhead position. Now, that's great, but you see this little stubborn guy right there? Well, you also want to move him. Hang on, let's make sure we got everything there. But he starts a little bit earlier, and I don't want to jeopardize cutting off the beginning of those nice backing vocals. So you see right here, I'm just going to drop it right there. Okay, now see how that transition goes. This might be exactly what the song needs. Oh, it's the truth, can't leave my love at the door. Why the hell not? Now, hang on. I just got to go back a bit. Did I delete the vocal? Let's go back and redo, delete. Now is that... Right on. Now I guess it will just... I don't know where that guy went. Hang on. So I'm just going to change the tool. I'm going to drag this guy back out. There we go. And all I want is... I understand now. Now, you see, this was low shit. Okay, so now I've got to move it back. Now, you see, I was dealing with some locked SIMPty positions. Now, you see these locks over here? I'm glad that I found the problem. Locked SIMPty position. So that is you lock this sample or this recording to the grid. Now, this comes to haunt you if later on you perhaps forgot you locked the thing down and you try to slide something down and it just won't slide because it is locked to the grid. The SIMPty position has been locked. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this fellow right here. I'm going to delete this fellow. I'm going to also Command All, and I'm going to, luckily you can do this, unlock, let's lock SIMPty position, and now let's unlock. Where's the unlock? SIMPty lock, unlock. There you go. There's always a workaround, people. Never lose your cool. There you go. Here you go. We delete that. Now we go. I see, you'll notice, just for you kids out there, Back USSR is the name of the drums because I must have lifted the meaty drums from a karaoke track of Back in the USSR. Now I'm going to slide this back down over here. Are we good? No, see there? It's not exactly on beat. That's not exactly what I need. I'm going to... Still not. Sometimes it can be a bit finicky. That's okay. We got time. Ugh, I still don't like that. That's not clean enough for me. So what I'm going to do is go back here. How many beats? That's 2 beats before the start. 1, 2. I'm going to move this one separately. Move to playhead position. And then now I'm going to go ahead and you'll see how this is a bit easier. I'm going to select all these. Now all of them, all of these tracks start exactly here at 34 bars, the first beat. Now I can go back to here and let's just double check that we are exactly on the beat we want to be on. Yes, we are right there. And now I can move to playhead position. It snaps it over ever so cleanly. Now let's take a listen to that. See, that's pretty good. Now there's just a few things I need to work on. So there's, for example, this chorus guitar here. That's got to be a bit cleaner. So we're gonna look at that, and we're gonna go over here. We're gonna make this a bit bigger, wider, I guess. And here now we're gonna make it a bit bigger. There you go. Here you go, people. I'm giving you that sweet growing for you. Now let's listen to that. Okay. Now I'm just going to fade these bad boys in. I'm going to be a bit lazy, but I'm just going to do this. It doesn't need to be super clean. Now keep in mind, this is a demo, people. This is not Abbey Road. This is Abbey Basement. All right. Now we got to do something about those vocals. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to do something about those vocals. Now, we're still in the fade tool. So we're going to move over to the pointer tool. Now let's see. I think it's the lead vocal. That's pretty gangster, man. That's pretty gangster. That's what we were looking for. So now look, I want to play this whole verse for you into that chorus, just so you see, you get that payoff of the giant harmony a little bit earlier in the song, because we kind of made you wait for it. It might have only come in at like a minute 10 or something previously. Now it is coming in at, if you see over here, the timestamp, 51 seconds. That is a full 20 seconds gained on this song. I feel like it's daylight savings time, except we're doing it for the hook, baby. Now let's go back over there and let's go listen to that. Let's see how that sounds.
I don't know where the lightning strikes, or when I know you're around, you know my heart is spikes, and when I see your face, your soul
cut that for you right at the payoff moment, but it just had occurred to me that I should crossfade these into each other. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And believe me, now the payoff's going to be so much better. There you go. Now just ever so slightly more clean.
Oh, it's the truth. Can't leave my love at the door. A heart to shatter glass. A heart to shatter glass. Heart to shatter glass. A heart to shatter glass. I capture what's mine. I have my head dipped around and I've been smashed to the. Capture what's mine. I have to be found as I walk through. Capture what's mine. I have my head dipped.
See, now over here, I think what I am thinking. Now, I would like to talk about the genesis of the idea of what I needed to do to the song. Now, this was born, the need to make edits tonight was born out of a conversation I had with Dave and Massimo earlier today. We were discussing this song and some of the suggestions for playing around with the structure of the track were given to us by Dave. And what he said was to alter some of these sections. And later on in the day, I was going for my customary run. By the way, follow at Jeremy Runs on Instagram. Jeremy Runs is JeremieRuns at Instagram. So on Instagram, sorry. And I post my 10-kilometer runs that I do 4 to 5 times a week. Sometimes I'll do a 5-kilometer recovery run. But you can count on me to do at least 4 or 5 workouts every week. And I do like to post a selfie as a commemorative tool, kind of a journaling item, every time I've run. And I like to write a little funny caption. It's a chill page. It's a little bit less serious than my Condor Matador account management that I do for our Instagram page. But it is consistent. I post there all the time. So if you want to follow a good fitness page that just makes you chill and makes you happy, go ahead and follow Jeremy Runs. You can also follow us, Condor Matador, on Instagram. So that's at Condor Matador, CONDOR MATADOR, Condor Matador. Follow us on Instagram and stream our music on Spotify. If you haven't yet, we're a pop rock group. We've been playing music together since we were 14 years old. We're in our 15th year of playing music together. And we're just the best of friends. We're really good creative collaborators. And we think that you're going to really enjoy our music. So you take a listen to that on Spotify as soon as you can. So here I am running. And then it occurs to me, okay, Jeremy, this is what you need to do when you make the edits to Hearts of Shattered Glass. You've got to remove the first lyrical chorus from the first chorus. Then in the second chorus, remove the pre-chorus, but include the first lyrical chorus. And then in the third section, you have it all. You hit them with all that in the kitchen sink. You've got the pre-chorus, the first lyrical chorus, and the chorus. So these words that I'm throwing around, lyrical chorus, chorus, pre-chorus, these are all sections of the song, just in case you were wondering. If you're not a musician, don't worry about it. It's okay. I am a musician. This is what I do. And it's a good time. If you are a musician, I'm sure that I'm butchering some terminology. But, I have some naive creativity to me. And so it's just the way I see things. And so let's keep on going. So we're going to make these edits. So let's go.
A heart to shatter glass, a heart to shatter glass, heart to shatter glass, a heart to shatter glass. Out of thousands, I have my head dipped around.
So there we go. That's where I want to make the new edit. So now, okay, that's nice.
Capture what's mine, I have my head.
Capture what's mine. So that's where we're going to stop it. But as you see, we've got a couple of little edits we got to make. So I'm going to do that. Highlight the places where I need to edit. So this is Massimo vocal, Massimo Telecaster, Massimo rhythm track the whole way through. I'm going to press that Command T button. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to go ahead and we want this. We want this right here. So we're going to cut this over here. I'm going to take this. This is the stuff I don't want. Up here, that's what I didn't want. But I do want this little drum fill. Yeah, I want that in there. Okay, and I'm gonna have that over here though now.
Capture what's mine. I am.
So I'm gonna take that bad boy out. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna click this guy. I'm gonna press. Oh shoot, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Move to playhead position.
Capture what's mine. I have my head dick.
Now you're. He says I had my head dicked around. So we're not gonna have that anymore.
What's mine. I
Capture what's mine. That's where it's gonna end. Capture what's mine.
capture what's mine.
And look, we got a. There's a kind of a nasty breath there because he's about to go in another line. I'm just gonna do that. Boom. See what I did that? That's sorry. I should narrate these things. This over here, I made. Oh, look at that! The cursor got real big. Isn't that nice? I'm enjoying this new computer I have. You put a not a crossfade, but this is just a plain old fade. I put the fade here. I sort of faded it out so you don't hear the.
Capture what's mine. It dicked around and I've been smashed to the ground, but I'm still on my way. I know one's left to be found as I walk through the field.
There we go, baby. So that's what we're gonna enter into. So I'm gonna need to close all these guys. Okay, that's the acoustic. The acoustic I need to cut. I need to cut the acoustic. What do you want from me? Okay, and I gotta cut these bad boys. Now I'm gonna shorten all this stuff over here. This stuff over here. It's no good for me anymore. It's no good, not one bit. Now I'm gonna go over here. Oh. Those aren't the tools. These are the tools you were looking for. That's not even a Yoda line. Okay, there we go.
Give up the fight before I capture what's mine. Walk through the field.
Now we do not want it to be abrupt like that, of course. Let's go back there.
Fight before I capture what's mine. As you walk through the fields of life, I feel. Give up the fight before I capture what's mine. As you walk through the fields of life, I feed in the grass. When you walk before I capture what's mine. As you walk through the fields of life, I feed.
Now there you go. We want to have that come in a bit earlier there. Oh, there's already a crossfade going on there. Isn't that nice? Okay. So what do we do? What are we doing here? We need to. Maybe we want this to have a little bit of a nice lead into that. Now, these two things that I'm touching over here, these are the acoustic guitars. And I'm going to put a little bit of a fade into there. I'm also going to put a little bit of a fade out here for the bass. But it didn't seem to see that I was trying to do a fade out. And it thought I was trying to adjust that. Now, is it going to let me? It's not really letting me. What is the problem, bass? Don't you want to do it? Oh, well.
As you walk through the fields of life, I feel. Give up the fight before I capture what's mine. As you walk through the fields of life, I feed in the grass. We're just two of a kind, our hearts are shattered glass. Shards of these memories so painful your tongue. We can pick up the pieces, turn our hearts into one. Our hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass. Hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass.
Now, I think the song is just different always. Now, I think that's all the edits I was going to make. Now, let's take a listen again.
I don't know where the lightning strikes, or when I know you're around, you know my heart is spikes. And when I see your face, your soul, sweet silhouette, your hips to swing as you walk and take away my breath. I don't know where the sun it falls, or when the moon is up, your beauty bathes in the stars. If you can say it again, that you don't have any still some left to be told. And lion's pride with the teeth I hold down. There's just nobody but you, and in your wake I might drown. Whoa, 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 whoa. As we walk through the fields of life, our feet in the grass. We're just two of a kind, our hearts of shattered glass. Shattered these memories, so painful your tongue. We could pick up the pieces, turn our hearts into one. Our hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass. Hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass.
All right. There you go. So I'm going to save that. I haven't saved in a little while. Oops. Again, for all you rookie producers out there, and even some of you veterans, it doesn't hurt to save all the time. Even more than you think you might need to save. Just save it again. Why not? Why not? It's just Command S on a Mac, Control S on a PC. You can do it. It's real easy. And you know what? You could even go up here and go press save, just save, because you already have the name. You should have already named it by this point. A memorable name. That's something that I used to struggle with, actually. I used to, for the longest time, give my projects the dumbest names. Cool Beat 1, Tasty Jam 4, Tweedly Bits, you know, like just the most ridiculous names. So none of the names were memorable. And I was in a C. I know I'm a creative guy. Even back then, I was pretty productive. I would get a lot of recording done. And I couldn't find the fruits of my labor quite often. An embarrassing amount. It's sort of a lesson I needed to learn head first in it, like myself. You know, that's the kind of thing. You know, can't. I'm just ridiculous. So check it out. We've done the edits that we came to do. I was also thinking about perhaps having a bit of a tasty acoustic thing at the start. So maybe, see, there's an acoustic guitar part at the end here that's very prominent in the final verse.
I don't know where this.
Now this is the acoustic guitar part in question. Doesn't it sound lovely? I think that's the chord right there. So now let's just take a closer look at this action right here. You see, it's little tiny stuff. How am I going to read this stuff? How am I going to make some cohesive and intelligent edits on this? Well, let me tell you, I'm going to take a waveform zoom. It's not that much better. But you know what? This is the old interface. Now I've got this really, really good audio interface that can adjust the levels automatically to the source that you have for your audio. But back then, I had to do it manually, and there's a lot of baggage from audio gear that seeped into my formal instruction in how to use digital gear. For example, being borderline clipping the audio signal. You know, like sometimes the optimal recording input level for your interface isn't actually nearly clipping. It's actually a different thing. I'm happy that the Roland Octacapture comes with the AutoSense function that allows the machine to tell me exactly what the optimal level is. Because, oh yes, you can do it by ear, and that is a perfectly valid way of doing things. However, you don't need to. And this way, it's like the machine knows its optimal running level. I know I sound like a goddamn futurist right now. The machine knows the optimal level. But no. You know what I'm saying. Okay, now I want just this chord. Now that's what I want to lead into the first verse. This is it. So, that's what we need. That's what we need right there. This is the money shot, baby. So I'm going to copy these two. This is how many bars? 2 bars of acoustic guitar. Yeah, that's what it is. So I'm going to come back over here, and we're going to put that right at the opening part of the song. Yes, we will, my dear. Yes, we will. You know what I just discovered? We're going to need some more bars in here. Isn't it? Isn't that typical? Typical. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's save before we do anything. Control, and then we're just going to move these over. Oops. Now let's go take a look at that. Are we bang on? I didn't want to do that. What do we have here? Undo drag. Okay, and now, okay. Whew. Nothing wonky. There, baby. Okay, hang on. I'll move. Okay, I guess one over. Okay, move to playhead position. There we go. Now let's just grow this a little bit, eh? Now let's take a real nice close look at this. Ah, there you go. You got a nice defined start here. I'm going to go back over. You want to make your edits in your audio file where there's a nice defined dip, where there's not a lot of activity, because you minimize the risk of having a pop and or also having a section of a previous note or an artifact or a reverberation that you have no desire to keep in your song. So you don't want that, my dear friends. You do not. I think that rips, bro. I think that rips. Okay, now let's take a look. Let's smooth that a little bit. Okay. And now I think I'm going to allow that kind of oomph, because actually I want to reinforce the first note a bit. But look at that. Now let's take a listen.
You're
So sorry, I should have narrated part of this. It's just what I'm doing right now is I noticed that it was making this first plugin clip.
Rainbow winds, but what
So
I
I was trying to put this, a vocal rider, this
do
adjust the
know for
volume.
sure it's hard stay never meant you're like that pot of gold at the end of the road.
So I think that, okay. I'll just copy that and then, okay, now let's see. Does this have the right side? Okay, A, B, load, save. Wonder if it, Where is the left or right? I have lost. Now I want to see it because it seems to be only clipping on the left side now.
Oh well, I'm still reaching out. There's still some left to be told. And lying spiral with the deep final down. There's just nobody but you, and in your wake I might drown. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You know, sometimes you get into a tweaking tunnel. I didn't come in here to do this. It sounded pretty good. Let's put it back the way it was. And, you know, let's not reinvent the wheel here. I don't need to change everything. This is a demo, Jeremy. And it's a fine sounding demo. And we're going to make it sound even better when we work on it again. Now, let's just take it.
As we walk through the fields, alive, our feet in the grass. We're just two of a kind, our hearts of shattered glass. Shards of these memories, so painful your tongue. We can pick up the pieces, turn our hearts into one. Our hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass. Hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass.
All right. So that's the song. What I'm going to do is this is nearly the end of my second ever Twitch stream, but I recorded today's, so I think I'm going to put it on the YouTube because I think it's fairly interesting, and I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to try to be doing Twitch streams Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, maybe around 9:30. That seemed to work tonight. Let's hope I can keep this up. So let's do Tuesdays and Thursdays. Condor Matador mixing stream with Jerry. So either you'll see me mix something like this, or maybe I'll write a song, or maybe I'll work on a beat from scratch. It might be something like that. So I have this app Splice, which I used in my first stream. So this app Splice, I think you can see it. I'm just going to switch over to the viewers so you get to see it. See what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it. So this is Splice here, and it's got a bunch of different cool samples. So sometimes what I'm going to do is create a beat using these. And it's I see it as like a production practice, you know, and arranging practice, and how to put pieces of music together in a compelling fashion. So that's what I'm going to do sometimes, maybe on Tuesdays. And then sometimes I'll do like tonight, and I'll have a specific task that I need to accomplish. Tonight's task, of course, was to work on Hearts of Shattered Glass, an old song that Massimo and I recorded in 2015. And I'm just going to do a little recap because it wasn't everyone who would have heard this initially at the start of the stream. But Hearts of Shattered Glass, we wrote it in 2015 together, and we are re-recording it now as Condor Matador, because we weren't Condor Matador in 2015. It was for a Massimo solo project. So that's it. So I'm going to leave you at that. So please catch me on Tuesday when I'll be doing another Twitch stream. So this is Tuesday, October 7th. Forget when. Hang on, where? October 7th, right? No. October 6th. Jeez, eh? I had to open the calendar for that one, not going to lie. So October 6th, you can catch me on Twitch again at 9:30. I'm Jerry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce this to send it to my dear partner, Massimo Canucci, who is my forever musical collaborator. And I'm also going to send it to my most recent and trusted producer, Dave Trena of The Damn Truth and of the Freak Shop Studio, who we are very excited to work with for these songs, because we think that he's taking them real seriously, and it's been a real pleasure. We worked on a Factor grant with him for our single release of Paddy Martin back in July, And now we're excited to finally get to record with him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce this, but I'm not going to do an offline bounce, which would bounce it very, very quickly. So bouncing is the process of rendering down this raw audio mix into into an MP3 or a WAV file or etc. Let's say that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Hearts of Shattered Glass. Hearts of Shattered Glass. Hearts of Shattered Glass V. Let's call it 3 2020. Well, V2 2020, right? V2 2020. Yeah, so I'm going to real-time bounce this so that you get to listen to the song one last time. And I can't wait for you to hear the real deal once we record it in November. So I'm going to bounce it, and after that, I'm going to be the one who bounces, baby. You have a good night, and thanks a lot for tuning in to the first ever Condor Matador stream. And this is the first of many, first widely broadcast one. I didn't promote the one that I did on Monday because I was still figuring out the hardware and everything. So have a good night. And this is Hearts of Shattered Glass by Condor Matador.
So when I know you're around, you know my heart is sparks. And when I see your face, your so sweet silhouette, your hips to swing as you walk and take away my breath. I don't know where the sun it falls or when the moon rises up. Your beauty bathes in the stars. You can say it again that you don't have any more, though I know it's the truth. Can't leave my love at the door. Shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass. Hearts are shattered glass, our hearts are shattered glass. Like a bear with a thorn in his paw. You've been hurt before, it's in your eyes I saw. With a hitch in your wing, you can't fly out to the clouds. You're just stuck on the ground. That sound of silence so loud. I had my heart ripped out about 1,000 times before I give up the fight, before I capture what's mine. As I walk through the fields of life, our feet in the grass. We're just two of a kind. Our hearts are shattered glass. Shattered these memories so painful you done. We can pick up the pieces, turn out hearts into one. Our hearts are shattered glass. Our hearts are shattered glass. Hearts are shattered glass. Our hearts are shattered glass. I don't know where this rainbow ends, but what I do know for sure is thoughts they never meant. You're like that pot of gold at the end of the road. Oh well, I'm still reaching out. There's still some left to be told. And lion's pride with the teeth filed down. There's just nobody but you, and in your wake I might drown. As we walk through the fields of life, our feet in the grass. We're just two of a kind. Our hearts are shattered glass. Shattered these memories so painful you done. We can pick up the pieces, turn our hearts into one. Our hearts are shattered glass. Our hearts are shattered glass. Hearts are shattered glass. Our hearts are shattered glass.
And there you have it, everybody. That was Hearts of Shattered Glass by Condor Matador. Just you wait till you hear the real recorded version that we will make with the producer Dave Traina at the Freak Shop at the mid-November, hopefully. So you have a really great evening. This was Jerry from Condor Matador signing off, and you have a great night. Bye.